Hey, y'all know on the fly high, coolest, smoothest young nigga doing this shit, y'all. Yeah. Same look, nigga, big pistol in the field block.
What's happening with the gang? Y'all tuned in with Huncho Faith, and we back with another video. Hey man, as y'all can see by the title, we doing this murder in Moncler, the Bronx deadly gang war. Now this video right here is over an hour long. You feel me? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make it into a series. Cause hey, I see y'all messing with the documentaries on the channel, and me personally, I love it myself. So I'm like, might as well. You feel me? So we gonna make this one into a series. That way I'm not taking up too much of y'all time. You know, I'm gonna try to make the video as long as I can so we can get as much information in. But you know, I'm gonna try to section it out so y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all can expect a little more of this. But yeah, gang, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all also follow me on my Instagram. It's always gonna be in the description box below. Make sure y'all also turn on the post notifications. That way y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all know when I'm dropping these videos, man. Cause hey, like I said, I know y'all messing with these, bro, and I love it. So we on it. You feel me? It's gonna be a series, man. So stay tuned. Turn on the post notifications. You feel me? But yeah, gang, we finna get right into this one. Like I said, this is Murder in Moncler, which I find crazy because they said K Fox supposedly, you feel me, killed somebody and he was wearing designer. You know what I'm saying? So Murder in Moncler is funny as hell to me. But yeah, man, the Bronx deadly gang war. Let's tap in, man. Oh shit. Let's see.
The fully uncut version of this video with everything I can't show you on YouTube, head on over to patreon.com/traplawross where you can watch it for just $2. I've also got another exclusive video on there about Chicago's terrifying switch problem, which can't be shown on YouTube because it goes against their community guidelines on firearms. Oh, and I also recently sent out a bunch of free empty Trap Law herb pouches to Patreon supporters free of charge. So if you want to get my uncut and unreleased videos as well as a chance to get free stuff from me personally, head on over to patreon.com/traplawross. I would really appreciate your support, as recently the sponsors are trying to get me to make my content a bit more PG rated, and I know you don't want that. So show some love. Thank you. On December 16th, 2021, a man wearing a $1,500 Moncler jacket, a pair of Nike Jordan 1s that hadn't even been...
This is exactly what I was just talking about, gang. The whole shit with K-Fox. That's funny as hell, bro. Like, I'm like, did bro really do that? Bust down like that?
On that. So show some love. Thank you. On December 16th, 2021, a man wearing a $1,500 Moncler jacket, a pair of Nike Jordan 1s that hadn't even been released yet, and a $1,400 pair of Amiri Playboy jeans was walking down the street. Here, he's spotted in his designer fit by a man sitting in a nearby barbershop, who walks outside to exchange words with the well-dressed fellow. Within the space of only a few seconds, the young man wearing the Moncler jacket would pull out a gun and open fire, shooting 24-year-old Oscar Hernandez in the neck and back and leaving him to die in the middle of a busy New York street. According to the NYPD, the man in the Moncler jacket was Kevin Perez, better known online as K-Flock, the most buzzing drill rapper coming out of the Bronx. But to make matters even worse, only moments before this killing took place, he was allegedly on FaceTime with his opposition, seemingly posting this video to social media showing the world that he kept a pistol inside that Moncler jacket. So, why would somebody wearing thousands of dollars of designer clothes be walking around the Bronx armed and dangerous and ready to kill a...
I know why. You ain't even gotta finish your question, bro. Because it get real out here. What do you mean, bro? If you a rapper, an artist, a producer, a director, anything, and you come from the streets, bro, you know you gotta keep it on you. Even if you don't come from the streets, bro, you sadly have to keep it on you because anybody can run up on you and take you for everything you got, bro. Especially if you one of them well-dressed dudes that wear a lot of jewelry or something, and you got somebody that's real thirsty and scandalous, bro, they taking that. I feel like anybody should have protection, bro. Anybody. Girl, guy, it don't matter, bro. You need protection on you. I don't feel like they should just only base it on rappers. You feel me? Obviously, rappers are highly targeted. You know what I'm saying? We see that all the time. But that's why he got it on him, bro. Duh. It get hard out here, bro. Look, if he ain't got it on him, I guarantee you the dude that's coming up on him gonna have it on him. And it's gonna be a lose situation. You know what I'm saying? What the... You ain't even gotta finish your question, gang.
at the slightest provocation. Well, to understand that, we need to go to the beginning and tell the whole story of Bronx drill music, the latest violent subgenre of hip-hop to emerge from the streets of New York City, where young men hailing from some of the most dangerous blocks in the Bronx fight for survival in the streets, with those that do survive making booming rap songs and insulting their enemies, inviting them to come back or spin and get revenge. Some of the least fortunate people coming out of this scene can end up in the grave as young as 13 years old. Much of the drill music coming out of the Bronx is amazing and high-energy rap music, guaranteed to get you bopping, dancing, or working out with more enthusiasm than ever. But the stories contained within these songs tell the tale of a years-long, deadly feud between young men growing up in one of the toughest boroughs of New York. This is the story of Bronx drill.
I get out there and I fight hard. Struggle is real, but we have overcome so much. Workers, the power that they have is their voice to make the changes for ourselves, for our family. You need to vote.
I mean, they be having 30-day long ass though.
Dad!
You didn't. When the cops get here, you have to be gone. You ate them.
The Bronx is both a borough of New York City and a county of New York State, northeast of Manhattan and across the river from Queens, with Rikers Island Prison nestled in comfortably between the two. The Bronx is home to baseball's legendary Yankee Stadium and the New York Yankees, the Bronx Zoo, and Van Cortlandt Park, which, if you didn't know, was actually where the big meeting of all of the gangs took place in the classic 70s gang beat-em-up movie, The Warriors. In fact, the Warriors' portrayal of the Bronx as a gang-infested nightmare is somewhat accurate. The Bronx itself contains the poorest congressional district in the United States, the 15th, with per capita income in the Bronx regularly scoring as the lowest of the 5 boroughs. Poverty rates for the area are frequently recorded around 30%. So as a result of the struggles experienced by young people growing up in the Bronx with no support system, it's no surprise that gangs have thrived in the area for decades.
And that is with everywhere across the world, bro. Believe it or not, that's everywhere across the world. Every state, every city got gangs. Every state, every city has gangs, bro. Every country has gangs, bro. You're not gonna be able to go nowhere, you know what I'm saying, and you're not gonna, you know what I mean, there's not gonna be a gang. Gang banging has been globalized, bro. It's everywhere. Believe it or not. Like, I just found out people banging in Canada, bro. Like, that shook me. Like, what? You feel me? Like, gang banging is everywhere, bro. Just like LA. You feel me? Poverty level is crazy. Las Vegas, poverty level is crazy, bro. Where you have a high poverty level, bro, you are going to have gangs, bro. It's just how it go, man. I don't know why. But shit, we got to get it how we live, how I see it. You feel me? Because all the government do is take, put you in jail. You feel me?
So as a result of the struggles experienced by young people growing up in the Bronx with no support system, it's no surprise that gangs have thrived in the area for decades. Since as early as the 50s, the Bronx has seen gangs running their corners. And the real-life fist-fighting, pipe-swinging gangs that terrorized the Bronx in the 70s would be the real-life inspiration for movies like The Warriors, terrifying the local citizens and media. But over time, these fist-fighting gangs would eventually be displaced by much more violent imported gangs, bringing in a more potent brand of violence and crime from other cities and states in America. You may already know that the blood and crip ideology of Los Angeles would eventually make its way to New York, with Rikers Island Prison serving as a fertile breeding ground for these dangerous ideologies to spread. Sex, money...
Like I was just saying, LA, gang bang central. Gang bang central, bro. Gang bang central. If y'all don't know about LA, any gang banging streets, bro, tap in with it. You know what I'm saying? I react to a few LA artists on the channel, a few IE artists on the channel. Tap in with it, bro. I'm actually gonna, that's gonna be some series on here too, bro. Cause this shit, look, gang banging, like I said, is globalized. It's globalized, bro. Do not believe that gang banging ain't real. That shit heavy, it's real, and it's still going on. And all it's gonna do is get worse. Weapons gonna get bigger. You know what I'm saying? People gonna get angrier. You know what I mean? It's just a lot going on in the world right now, man.
Money Murder, a famous set of the Bloods, would eventually find their way to the Bronx after a gang leader from New York found himself locked up with another leader of the United Blood Nation that originated in Los Angeles. But make no mistake, the structure of a lot of the gangs that run in the streets of the Bronx are incredibly fragmented and splintered. Many small sets control small areas of the borough, with many intertwining and conflicting alliances dictating who's an ally and who's an enemy on each block. And this goes far beyond a simple battle between Bloods and Crips. Countless other gang sets, including many with a Latin American origin, have a significant presence in the Bronx too. And as a result, the borough's gang politics can be confusing, quick to change, and deadly. But today we're going to be focusing on the most modern sets of gangs that run the streets in the Bronx, specifically the ones whose members are making the best music. Funnily enough, rap music itself was actually born in the Bronx too. On the 11th of August 1973, legend has it that DJ Kool Herc decided to extend an instrumental beat to let people dance longer and begun MCing or rapping over that beat whilst people were breakdancing and having a good time at the party. This innovation was essentially the big bang from which all rap music emerged. And from here, MCs and DJs would spin beats at parties and rap over them. And over the course of the next few decades, this would create a multi-billion-dollar subculture that is the rap game as we know it today. A lot has happened between the 1970s and the 2020s. Over time, MCs who had originally started speaking over beats to get breakdancing parties lit would slowly begin using their time on the microphone to share their personal stories. Some of these would be braggadocious songs about the high life, being successful, having big money, and getting to the American dream, while others, less fortunate, would use music as an opportunity to share the struggle and pain that they had been through, detailing the dangerous lifestyle that they had been forced to live growing up in dangerous areas. But when it comes to drill music, the most important period to look at is Chicago in the 2010s. And in the early 2010s, nobody was living more dangerously than the Chicago drill rappers. This is where hip-hop's drill subgenre.
Look, I be reacting to Chicago drill on the channel too. Bro, I'm finna bring all the content, bro. I'm finna bring all the content because me personally, even before I started YouTube, I was already looking into all of this stuff. Just because the rappers, you feel me? I'd be like I tell y'all, if you a rapper and you got a background, I want to find out more. You feel me? That gives me inspiration. Like, yeah, I can do YouTube for sure, bro. I can actually go somewhere with this. You feel me? Lil Durk, Chief Keef on the screen, bro. Shout out to both of them, man. Crazy.
Subgenre would be born, as teenage rappers who grew up in close proximity to gang violence like Chief Keef would make booming songs over hard trap beats, with lyrics detailing the shootings, murders, and pain all witnessed on their blocks where they grew up in Chicago at a time when the city was considered one of the most dangerous places in America. But over time, drill music would spread from city to city. And over the course of the 2010s, drill music would become a staple in every large American city with a high crime rate. And rappers all over the country would make themselves millionaires and celebrities off of the back of making songs detailing a dangerous...
Free Pooh Shiesty, by the way. Free Pooh Shiesty, man. Fucks with Pooh Shiesty. Shout out to Big Scar. You know what I'm saying? They all a part of that 1017, man. Shout out to them niggas, bro. Free Pooh Shiesty for real.
Lifestyle from growing up in or around gang activity. But despite being the borough that essentially invented rap music as we know it, it would take close to 50 years from the invention of rap for things to come full circle, as it was only in 2020 that the world would truly embrace drill music coming out of the Bronx for the first time. Finally, the disenfranchised youth of one of New York's most dangerous boroughs would have a voice and a platform, creating music about all of the violence and killings that they had witnessed growing up in this area, and showing many rap fans around the world for the first time the realities of life in the gang-infested streets of the Bronx. So, let's take a closer look at the specific street gangs that have spawned some of the most talented rappers in the Bronx, and how they ended up in a deadly feud that has left countless teenagers dead before many of them were even old enough to drive a car.
Put a finger down if in 2020, when the country was literally on fire and they were trying to take our rights away, you masked up, you glowed up, and you showed up for change. But you're just getting started, making your plan to fight back in all ways, including voting again. Go to planmyballot.com to line up your vote.
Damn, I was gonna put a finger down.
Now, the complete history of gangs in the Bronx is long and complex. So for the sake of simplicity, in this story, we will simply focus on a handful of relevant street crews that have made a significant impact in the recent Bronx drill music scene. However, the formation of these crews predates the Bronx drill scene by many years. Many of the names of gangs that you're going to hear referenced in Bronx drill music weren't even around a decade or so ago, as they evolved and splintered off from other crews as the result of internal and external conflicts between their members. One early crew hailing from the Cortland Ave area was known as YGFC, or the Young Gunners from Cortland. This crew was a subset of a much larger gang called the YGs, or Young Gunners. The YGs apparently started around 2003 and was primarily based in two project buildings, the Mott Haven houses and the Patterson houses, with another set later popping up in the Bronx's River Park Towers, or RPT projects, around 2010. And the leader...
Oh, so that's what RPT stand for, the river, okay. I didn't know what, I knew it had to do with something that they were from, of course, but I didn't know if it was maybe like a park, but it's their actual apartment buildings. Okay, that's what's up, that's what's up.
Leader of the YGs back in the day was a man named Jew Hef, real name Jutha Perez, an occasional rapper as well as a respected street figure. Sadly, however, Jew Hef was not able to keep his troops in the street united for long. Apparently, in the midst of a disagreement between high-ranking members, including a man named Melly Mel Baller, would see several members branching off and making their own crew. This would eventually see the Young Gunners from Cortland, or YGFC, breaking off from the YGs altogether and dropping the Y from their name, becoming the GFC, or God's Favorite Children. At a certain point, they became OGFC, or the Original Goons from Cortland, before eventually simplifying and settling on OGs, or Original Goons. So the OGs, with their beginnings in the Young Gunners from Cortland, naturally hail from Cortland Ave. This area has a reputation as being one of the most dangerous hoods in the Bronx, with three main housing projects generally affiliated with the OGs: Melrose Houses, Jackson Houses, and Morrisania, aka Vietnam. These were three notorious blocks.
AKA Vietnam? Damn. Oh, what I want to know is, do any of my subscribers, anybody that watch my channel, bro, are any of y'all from any of these gangs? Like these OGs, YGs, South Sides, anything like that? I need to know, because I'm like, is it popping? Y'all got bitches over there? Like, let me know something, gang. You know what I'm saying? Is it really up? Is it really up? You feel me? I just want to know. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't, because, you know, I post content dealing with all the artists from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be wanting to disrespect nobody. If you from any of these areas, do not get mad at me. I'm just a reactor, you feel me? But I just want to know, y'all from anybody from over there? Anybody from the OGs, the YGs, the South Sides, the Drillies? Let me know. Let me know, gang.
Blocks known to the authorities for their gang activity, with all three buildings actually being targeted in a 2009 federal indictment named Operation Rotten Apple, which took 37 drug pushers off the streets from these very buildings, charging a total of 53 gang members after a year-long undercover operation. Melly Mel Baller, the OG's pioneer who I mentioned before, formerly of the YGs, would get himself convicted in a big case too. A case which was apparently made much easier by a great deal of self-snitching on his own personal Facebook profile. This was a landmark case where apparently a judge ruled that it's legal for a snitch to use evidence that was gained from snooping on friends-only Facebook posts. Apparently,
wow. This, my boys, my girls, whoever is watching this video, if you are a person who posts your business on social media, stop right now. I'll be telling y'all, when you get to a certain level of fame, you don't even have to be at a certain level of fame, bro. If you are in the streets and you bang, you really with that. You've been to jail. Niggas done went to the county, all type of, you know what I'm saying? Watch what you post on Facebook, bro. Watch what you post. Watch anything that you post on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever you use, bro. Whatever is out there, TikTok. Watch what you post, bro. Feds do watch pages. Y'all heard that, right? I'm gonna take that back, but y'all did hear that, right? Feds will watch your page in a minute. In a minute, bro. That's how a lot of people get caught. That's crazy that a leader of a gang got caught like that from Facebook. Beware what y'all post, please.
Authorities for their gang activity, with all three buildings actually being targeted in a 2009 federal indictment named Operation Rotten Apple, which took 37 drug pushers off the streets from these very buildings, charging a total of 53 gang members after a year-long undercover operation. Melly Mel Baller, the OG's pioneer who I mentioned before, formerly of the YGs, would get himself convicted in a big case too. A case which was apparently made much easier by a great deal of self-snitching on his own personal Facebook profile. This was a landmark case where apparently a judge ruled that it's legal for a snitch to use evidence that was gained from snooping on friends-only Facebook posts. Apparently Melly Mel Mel Baller had written posts on Facebook marked for friends only, where he would suggest that he buys drugs in quantities as large as 600 grams and claiming to have had over 100 people killed. Melly Mel would ultimately be convicted, receiving a sentence of life plus 420 months.
Don't be Melly. Whatever y'all do, don't be Melly. No disrespect to Melly, because I don't even know, bro. But don't be a Melly. Don't post your business online, bro. You serious?
Months. And sadly for the OGs, while their affiliates were fighting for their lives in court, younger members were fighting for their lives in the streets. On April the 16th, 2012, a large group of YG's members were out drinking. And at a certain point, a debate breaks out over who puts in the most work for the gang. No one could agree who was the toughest, so at a certain point they decided to settle the argument, head into a rival territory.
This is about the Noah Baller. If you guys have not seen my Noah Baller story reaction, go ahead and check that out, bro. It's on the channel. Go ahead and check that out. You feel me? Crazy shit. Fucking that was sick. I'm not gonna cap. That's a sick topic.
And go and find some ops, with the YGs walking to the OG's territory in the Melrose houses. And when they got there, they spotted a 16-year-old OG's member by the name of Noah Baller, real name Moises Laura. The YGs proceeded to physically attack Noah in a brutal fashion, around 20 grown men stomping out one 16-year-old boy. Sadly, he didn't stand a chance and was ultimately stomped to death outside of his own building and left to die in a pool of his own blood. Noah's name has been remembered in the streets of the Bronx for both good and bad reasons, with OGs on his side continuing to tribute him in songs and regularly visiting his graveside, while the opposition on the YG side would regularly diss him, saying that they smoke him, with the biggest drill rapper from the YGs currently, D-Thang, even going as far as to post a picture of a bloodstained pair of Air Force One on Instagram, telling his followers that these shoes are the Noah's. Anywho, only a year after Noah...
Oh, D-Thang out of here, bro. D-Thang foul, bro. D-Thang is foul. Gang, we gonna cut it right there. We gonna be back with part 2, you feel me? Like I said, I don't want to make the videos too long, but don't worry. Part 2 will be posted. You feel me? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. D-Thang wild as fuck for that. Hella disrespectful. Yeah, we tapping in with this gang. Like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you also follow me on my Instagram. Make sure you also turn on post notifications. Much love to every single one of y'all. Much appreciation. Y'all don't even understand how I feel, man. Much love for real. I'm out this thing, bro.
Hey, y'all know on the fly high, it's cool and smooth as y'all niggas doing this shit, y'all. Yeah. Same look, nigga, big pistol in the field.